Okay, we're recording. My dash is hooked up. Okay, key is on. And we have no activity. Engine starts and runs. And what do you do to make it activate? On the dashboard?
Yeah.
So nothing is happening at all. Do you push strip? Okay. That lights it up.
So I just, and then that'll go out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's normal. Just push the trip.
Trip wakes it up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was there something else you did with your grade brake? You said.
Grade brake.
Yep. When you push
When
it.
I turn it on.
Yep. Turn it on, and that kills everything, doesn't it?
Yep. And then I turn it off.
Turn it off, and it wakes back up. Wow.
Now, if I remember correctly, it also kicks off my turn signal.
Turns off your, okay, try your turn signal, see if that works. Okay, it is working.
No, it stayed on?
No, it's still ticking, but it's not illuminating the cluster.
Okay.
I hear the relay. Oh, I hear the flasher.
Is it on now?
Now it's back on. That's very unique. Alright. Okay, now when you turn the key off.
When I go to turn it off.
Yep. And we get that buzzer call. And then we got our no activity. And then what do you do to make it hush? Push the trip.
Yeah, I think that one goes out automatically. There.
Okay.
And then to get that to shut off,
that's when you go back and disconnect.
Go back and disconnect the battery.
Alright, so he's going to go back and disconnect the battery.
Surprised she started up 3 times.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so he's got a quick disconnect on the battery.
Yep.
So he disconnected that finally. That's the only way to get it to go out is to, even with the ignition switch off, the key off, it stays illuminated until he does the disconnect on the engine battery. So there we go, that's what's happening. So what should we troubleshoot next? So look at our voltage we got. Engine is idling, got over 13.5 volts. When we turn the engine off, it drops down around 12. But look at what the dashboard is reading. So the dashboard is only reading 8 volts. Okay, I think we've solved the problem. It's working now. Now, put the key in. We'll see how it acts now. Because before, when you put the key in, what would happen? Nothing. We didn't even get lights, would we?
Right. When I put the key in, turned it on, there would be nothing.
Just light,
right.
Darkness. All right, but now we got lights. Okay. Of course, it's bonging because the jacks are down. All the lights work now.
Got the RPM.
Yep.
Got gas, temperature.
Everything.
The lights came on. I didn't have to push the trip button.
Right. You always have to push that in order to make it light up.
Now the one thing that we do have is the ABS.
Right.
And you said that's...
Yeah, as soon as we drive it down the road, that should reset. And remember, when you hit the grade brake, you turn the grade brake on, that would kill it, wouldn't it? It'd make everything go out. Now that still works. So we got that. All right. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit what we did, because we didn't know really where to start at. So I downloaded this out. This is the Activa dash. So first I thought, well, maybe it's a ground issue. So we looked at the schematic here and the connector, and I made sure we had power and ground. That was both good. So then, okay, it's got to be something else. So let me go outside from the side door and access it that way. Okay. All right. Now I'm under here where we can see a little better. Now there's a couple things that we did, and I'm not sure exactly which one took care of the problem. One thing, I found this ground wire. This ground wire was just laying back here on the firewall. Don't know what it came off of, but I grounded it. So that's one thing I did. Also the fuses, I did find a blown fuse, but while I was in there, all the fuses were kind of black, had a cruddy appearance to them like this. So I took a little, with that little stainless steel, there it is, a stainless steel brush. We went and brushed every single fuse. I found this one blowed, which it was in that location right there. So replaced it. And what was that called? It was instrument something. Ignition. What did that manual say that controlled? Let me see. That was that one right there. INST ignition. See, DRL relay and DRL control module, cluster, audio alarm, check tire, bodybuilder. Anyway, that's what the fuse controls. That could have been it. Not for sure.
And that one had a 15 instead of a 10.
That's right, but for whatever reason it blew a 15, but we
Yeah.
put a 10 back in it what it belonged. And then remember we had that ground wire on the back we found.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back there and show that. All right. So also, while we was digging around, we was just checking chassis grounds. I knew there were some grounds back here, and we found this wire right here had pulled off. It was not grounded, so we connected that back up. So there's several things we did. One of the things fixed it, or maybe a combination of. But if you have that alarm, again, what was that? What was that code? That alarm you got?
9
Okay, J39
and J1850.
and J1850.
Yeah.
All right. So if you ever see those two alarms, or on your instrument cluster, this may give you a little fighting chance of what to look for. Check all fuses, clean all the fuses. I pulled every single fuse out and cleaned them nice and shiny, put them all back in. And so now everything seems to be working. We just got to drive it down the road and let the ABS reset where we've had everything all unplugged. That's right. So hopefully this job is done. Okay, again, tell me how many places looked at this to try to figure this out?
Well, these issues have been going on for years, at least 3-4 years. We've taken it to numerous mechanics, specifically 2 Chevy truck dealers, one out in Arizona and one in Florida, that spent hours,
Wow.
charged me for hours of troubleshooting, and
Wow.
never did find it.
And never found the problem.
The one in Arizona said they thought they found it. It kind of went away for about the first 100 miles and then came back.
Oh goodness! All right. Well, that's amazing. I'm glad we got her figured out anyway. So we'll give it a test drive just to make sure. Super duper.